Hey all, Happy New Year, Autumn Prepper here, and sorry it's been a really long time since I've done an update, and I just wanted to give you a quick shout out to everybody, and I realized where the camera is on the tripod, you might not be able to see me completely. Anyhow, I've been up to a lot of things, and I'm in my grooming shop right now. A dad update, he is currently in the hospital, well he's in rehab right now, he's in the hospital. He broke his knee New Year's Eve and got ambulanced out to a hospital where they kept him there. It turns out he broke his knee, actually he's an old fracture. He has a lot of, they were trying to explain to me, my father's had a lot of injuries, and this is an old injury that he's kind of refractured, so anyhow, and then he, his ankle was hurting him a little bit. His entire left leg has actually, I forget the term for it, but he can't bend it too well anymore, and especially the ankle. It's just all, I want to say calcified or something, but the muscles have atrophied and stuff. So anyhow, he doesn't work at it, and it is what it is. He makes his own choices. I hope my collar's on. So anyhow, he's in rehab right now. Not very happy. He's been there about a week. I just got back from visiting him, and I got to thinking that I hadn't done a YouTube video in a while, and the truth is I've just been busy. I've been very, very busy. The shop has been busy. This is the fourth time this year my dad has been ill. I myself had a bout with an infected gallbladder all summer long, and while I continued to function, I didn't function very well. There was a couple of times where I thought, just take me behind the barn and shoot me. Gallbladder injuries are just not fun. So I wanted to, like I said, I still do what I do, and I still go back and forth to Pennsylvania, and I keep the quails, the rabbits, my horse and my goats are up there. We did get rid of the cows, and the neighbor I was partners with them, we're getting a divorce, and I didn't want to. I really think that raising cows is a waste of space unless you have a lot of acreage for pasture and stuff. Otherwise, you spend a lot of money on hay, and it would work out. It does work out fine raising cattle when you can afford, when you can absorb the loss, and you end up like this year. Or last year we only got 2 heifers out of it, and beef cows are going for a good price even as breeders. So anyhow, the goats are doing well. I've decided to keep the 1 brown goat and get rid of the 3 little, I call them ninja nannies. They jump on the roof, they get up trees, they go through fencing, they're just unbelievable at what they'll go in and out of. Goats are not stupid by any means whatsoever. And they didn't get very big. They're really tiny dairy goats. They are a Nubian La Mancha cross, and they're like a 2nd generation, and they're just very small, and I could breed them to a full-bred La Mancha and get bigger kids out of them, and hopefully get bigger stock out of them. A possibility if I can't sell them for the price I want for them. I would really like the 3 to go together, only because they're triplets and they're used to each other. And I know it's sentimental to think, people will keep them together down the road. J0, if you're watching, I'll drive the goats to you if you want them. But I will breed them first before I send them down to you, if you're interested in them. Anyhow, other than that, I was thinking more about you because these arrived. And these are sealed bottles, and I would take this top off to you to show you, but let me tell you, it was really, really tough to get it on, and it's going to take some practice to get it off. I tell you, if I was in a desert and really thirsty, I think I would just break the bottle. Either that or I put it on wrong. These are really nice. I saw a bottle like this being used by a couple of people whose videos I watch, and I got a dozen of them. And I got them because I've been brewing my own vinegars, and I wanted to make flavored vinegars, and other things as well. Maybe even, try my hand this spring at maple syrup and whatnot. I don't think I really have enough maple trees in Pennsylvania, and it really comes down to time. When you are collecting sap, if you don't have a collection system, you have to go and do it every day. And obviously I'm not there every day. So anyhow, they're nice. These come in blue, brown, and white, and at the or clear. And at the time, this company only had white ones. I probably get a dozen of each, just because if you try to store oils, oils don't do well if they're exposed to light. And you know, without going into it, I've become very, I want to say like a food perfectionist now, which is kind of becoming dangerous, because it's really, some of you may notice I've lost some weight, and I've gotten very picky about what I eat and how much I eat and whatnot. So, and it bothers me that I can buy a product that I think is good for me, only to find out what's in it is bad for me. And I'm not going through all of this so that I can, you know, kind of pedal backwards. So anyhow, so I got a dozen of these, and it made me think of all of you, and so I'm very happy, and as soon as I figure out how to open and close these, I'll be happy. So I gave you a dad update, because a couple of people had asked me how my dad was doing. A couple of people asked me how I'm doing. I'm doing very well, and I figured I'd update you on my supplements these days. I'll start with this, flax oil, and it has something called ALA. I know that's the abbreviation. I don't know the proper way to say the real name. If you can see, it says 57%. When you're buying these supplements, you really got to make sure there are supplement people out there that will sell you crap. And what I've learned over a long period of time is you have to research what it is you want to take. Like if you wanted to take Garcinia Cambogia, which came out as a weight loss product, 200 companies out there selling it. And, you know, there's companies that provide a good product and companies that provide a shitty product, and there are companies that are really good at promoting their product even though it's crap. So you really have to look into what you're doing or what you're buying. Nature's Way is a company that I really like. I've actually built up a rapport with them. I know a couple of their representatives by name, and I truly believe that this company believes in their product and tries to do the best they could possibly do on a commercial level. They are aware some processes ruin some of the supplements you're taking, and they do their best to really give you what they consider the best possible product out there, commercially done. You know, if you can afford to do it by yourself, great. I cannot grow a field of flax. I just can't. Not that I would, but, you know, I know that flaxseed is a very important thing. You can eat it. You know, the oil is good for you. I forget what ALA is. I forget all the benefits of it. I'll do a video just on this as soon as I research it again. St. John's wort. I take this just during the winter time. I'm one of those people who suffers from winter depression, and last year I was literally, I could have packed up the store and just left. I'd had enough. I really was very, very tired, and I'd had enough, and I just don't like the short days. I know it's a very, very common thing. This has helped me immensely. It's 2 pills twice a day, and if I remember to take it at night, my nighttime pills are the problem. I actually wake up very invigorated, but this has helped me a lot. Now, just because something helps me doesn't mean it helps everybody. Everybody's I want to say chemical balance, or whatever the proper term would be, in your system is different. And just because it works for a million people doesn't always mean it's going to work for you. And you have to try and not give up. You know, I can't tell you how many things I've tried and have it not work. So anyhow, so I say take the St. John's wort. Like, I can tell you one thing that doesn't work that everybody loves for me, that everybody else loves but doesn't work for me, is ginger. I take ginger or turmeric. I take those things and I'm belly flopping on the floor. And I've tried to take them different ways. I've tried to take them in liquid. I've tried to take them in tablet. I've tried to take them in pill. I've tried so many different ways to take them. I can't even take turmeric in food. Now, ginger I can take in food when it's kind of like mixing with food, but I've never liked like ginger ale or anything like that. So anyhow, and I take elderberry. Now, I also have elderberry syrup, and I actually like it if I decide, like if I get yogurt, which I purchased Noosa yogurt, Noosa, and it's an Australian yogurt. It's probably the best yogurt I've ever had. But I can take the elderberry syrup and pour it over the Noosa yogurt, and I find it delicious. But I kind of like tart things, so anyhow, so I take this in St. John's wort during the wintertime. I will start October 1st when I start. The oregano oil has changed my life. I still take it. Because of this, I don't take Advil, Tylenol, or any other type of, pain relievers or anything like that. This has helped me immensely. I still take 2 pills a day. I spoke to an herbalist who talked about plateauing, which is when you take something every single day on a regular basis, your body kind of gets used to it, and then when you have a problem, you have to increase the dose. So what I've done is, like, if I'm having a problem with pain or whatnot, I will take this at night as well, but normally I just take it once a day. Let's see. Olive leaf. Started taking this because of my gallbladder. It was infected, and I had all sorts of issues, and they were giving me tons. The grooming shop, just all the dog hair just sticks to these bottles, like the static just gets to them. They were giving me all these antibiotics and whatnot, and I just was not doing well with them, and I stopped the antibiotics completely and just started to take this. I actually took twice as much as I was supposed to of this. It's 1 capsule 2 times a day, and I was taking 2 twice a day. It made a big difference. If you're not sure, olive leaf is just like the oil of oregano oil. It is a antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal, and since we know that I have an allergy to a certain bacteria, and people say, well, Benadryl should work. It doesn't. And I end up, my white blood cell count shoots up, and I end up with problems. So this has helped immensely, and I continue to take it. This is alpha lipoic acid, which is ALA, which is this. And I will tell you honestly, the first time I took this, because it's just 1 pill a day, this will help with cholesterol and all that kind of stuff. Look it up if you're not sure. And this helped my energy level really a lot. I think it's helped my metabolism a lot, even though it says energy metabolism. It's a super antioxidant. And this, when I first took it, did make me nauseous. Didn't really quite agree with me. So I cut the pills in half. I took half a pill for about 2 weeks and then increased it to a full pill. Well, actually, I can't cut them in half. It's not a tab. It's capsule. But I took half of it out. And I don't have it here, but I now have a, I bought one of those sets where you can make your own pills, make your own capsules. So I took half of what was in here out and made my own capsules, and it worked well. So look it up, and I still take hemp oil. Now this, I will tell you, I know within 2 days if I've not taken this. This has omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, and if you're like me, somebody who suffers from adult attention deficit disorder, and I can't say really adult, I've had this issue my whole life where I can't stay on track. My train of thought goes all over the place. The train derails, and next thing you know, we're talking about butterflies and all sorts of stuff. So anyhow, I find that this really keeps me focused, and I know within, like I said, 2 days, if I haven't taken it, if I run out, I know immediately. I like this is Manitoba. I like this company. I like their product. I've taken a couple of others, and somehow I just don't feel I get the same effect from it. So take that. The slippery elm. Still take the slippery elm when my stomach is not feeling right. I had Crohn's disease, and I have 2 areas in my digestion tract, or my digestion, whatever. I'm tongue-tied right now. I have 2 areas where I have ulcers that are, or areas that ulcerate very easy, and I get very, very sick. And I tell you, I can handle a lot of things. And I'm okay with pain, a good pain tolerance. But this, when the Crohn's really kicks in, I'm telling you, you don't want to get up. You just want to lay in bed, curl up in a ball, and just, go to sleep for 20 years. So this has cured me immensely. And because of all of what I take here, I no longer take, I don't know if you can see it, prednisone. I have been off the prednisone now a month, and never thought it was going to happen. Never thought it was going to happen. It actually, I truly believe it started because of these two products, which is the olive leaf and this. This, I don't know what these have done for me, but whatever it was, I can get away with not taking the prednisone, which is a great thing. If I have like a slight relapse, which happened about 2-3 weeks ago, I had a mild relapse and I knew it was coming on. I'm very conscious of the symptoms of a relapse, and when I say relapse, I have a rare lung disorder that causes bleeding in my lungs, and you know, it could be quite severe. I can go from what you see now to somebody who is, you know, being ambulanced in the hospital. So, but the prednisone I keep in, you know, so if I'm having an episode, I will take prednisone to keep the, you know, swelling in my lungs down so I can breathe. Anyhow, other than that, oh, these are vitamins. Now, vitamins, one of the mistakes people do is take vitamins every day. And they want you to take vitamins every day. And if you're eating, and I mean eating reasonably, you don't need vitamins every day. I take once a week. One is calcium, and one is you know, over 50, you know, vitamin. I take the one once a week. I take it on Sunday, and this is calcium. And the reason why I stopped taking this every day was it turned my urine green. And the last thing you want to do is overdo your kidneys. You don't want your kidneys going crazy because you're taking too many supplements. And I have had urine cultures and whatnot, and taking the supplements I'm taking, everything seems to be good. This is a side of weight loss. Look at that. Flab, 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 flab. Anyhow, and the arm does it too. Woohoo! Look at that arm. Drives me crazy because I love to wear short sleeve shirts. The calcium I take usually on Wednesdays, and this is 2 pills. I think it's 2 pills. Nope, 4 pills. So I'll break it down to 2 and 2 in the morning, 2 at night. And not sure this is helping me at all, but I'm feeling a ton better. So like I said, I've gotten into doing, you know, vinegars and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to try next month. You know, don't hold me to it because my life just gets crazy. This is a wonderful book. And I enjoyed it greatly. It has great recipes in it. Nice history about vinegar. She really recommends red wine vinegar and apple cider vinegar. But all vinegars are basically good for you. She breaks them down, tells you what they're good for. And I will try to get 5 of these books or do a, oh God, my brain is just all over the place. Do I hate to say contest, but try and give 5 of these books away. All right. I talked about the pills. Dieting. One of the things I stopped doing when I started to diet was I've been dealing with a nutritionist. I had gotten to a point where my weight had made it. I started to get numb in my hands and my feet. And at the end of the day, especially after I groomed all day, I'd go to stand up and I'd fall down. I have broken my leg, broken my ribs, broken my pelvis, and it just got to a point where, you know, basically the doctors never going to say, gee, you're just too fat, lose weight. And I was up to like 205 pounds, and I'm only 5'4". So that ended up being, that's a lot. And I'm down to about 160, and I'm probably below that now. I haven't had a weigh-in in about, it'll be 2 weeks. So, you know, I'm losing weight at a very healthy rate, anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds a month, not a week, a month. And the first thing I did was give up soda. My nutritionist said, I just want you to give up the one thing that would be the hardest thing for you to give up. That was soda. And I'll tell you, she said, as soon as the cravings leave you, we can go on. But until the cravings leave you, when you give up too much at once, you end up giving up because you just, you know, it takes extreme willpower, and a lot of these diets set people up to fail. And I didn't want to do that because my health was at risk. So I gave up soda, And I stopped craving it about 2 weeks after I gave it up. Then she said, I want you to, I forget what the next step was. Just make healthier choices. I don't want you to, like I said, I gave up the soda. She didn't care. She said, I don't care if you're still eating chips. I don't care if you're still eating a whole cake. I don't care about all of that. The next thing she said, if you have a snacking habit, which I do, she wanted me to eat healthier choices. Always have fruit in the house, always have things that you could nosh on, and she didn't care how much I ate, just as long as it was a healthier choice. Like if you normally would eat, I'll give you a thing, I normally eat cheese doodles. I'm not potato chips, cheese doodles. And she said instead of cheese doodles, you should have, a thing of raisins or, something that you would eat during a craving. And she, trying to itemize the reasons I would eat like salty or sweet stuff, because I do have a very bad sweet tooth. But ironically, I didn't eat a lot of chocolate or anything. My biggest vice is cake. But the crazy thing was I didn't like frosting or all that kind of stuff. So anyhow, I won't get into all of that. But, changing over bad things for good things. And still, I'm still at the point, even 8 months into it, I'm still at the point of not, she isn't telling me to regulate my size portion. She tells me how much an average portion is. And, basically, the bottom line is I am to eat 5 to 6 portions of vegetables and fruits a day. Not each, just, she doesn't care if I eat 5 fruits in a day or 6 fruits in a day or 6 vegetables in a day. She doesn't care. As long as I have that much in a day, and anything else I want, it doesn't matter. And she said slowly over time you will start to regulate yourself, which I went out to eat with my brother the other day, and I got salmon, and immediately noticed a decent size, I'm going to say a piece like 4 inches by 4 inches came. I could only eat half of it. And I didn't even eat the rice, which was, I ate maybe 2 tablespoons of rice. And I just sat there and I said, damn, she was right. I'm starting to get better about portions. And she told me it should happen naturally. And it's starting to happen now. So now I don't think about food as much as I used to. And one of the problems is I get dehydrated. So I have to think about drinking more. And drinking, she doesn't want me to drink just water. She wants me to drink, apple juices, orange juices, grape juices, juice type things. And, it's all a learning curve, but it's not what you think it is. So other than that, I think I pretty much covered what I wanted to cover today. It's kind of a long video. I see going on 24 minutes or 23 something minutes. I hope you've all had a good New Year. Talked about the quail, the rabbits, the goats. Rabbits are doing very well. I'm up to, I think I have about 9 breeders now. My horse is doing good. The dogs are all doing good. They're not liking winter very much. Oh, buying land. I think I touched on this earlier in the video. I am looking to purchase land in a warmer climate. I did realize that I was up in Pennsylvania when we had like -3, and I think with the wind chill it was like -30. I had a very hard time breathing, and as much as I'm feeling better, I am not, my lungs will never be 100%. And so therefore I need to think about, a place where, I could be year-round warmer. Not getting, rid of the store. Basically, I'm here until, as long as my father's here. And until my father's not here anymore, then, I don't know, I'll have to figure out something to do. So, I'll go somewhere where it's warmer, and I have to think about year-round climate. I would love to be able to, garden year-round, but I also want a little bit of winter just to keep the bugs down. I'm not bugs and the snakes, and I really don't want to go into water where I have to worry about alligators eating my dogs. So, a lot to consider. I really thought northeast Tennessee, like in the foothill mountains and stuff like that, would be nice. I've seen beautiful pieces of land. We've gone and looked at a few places. And I'll just take them out. I'll never sell Pennsylvania, but anyhow, that's where we're at. Anybody has suggestions of land and an area, don't just tell me Kentucky. It's a big state. If you know of an ideal area to go to, think things I'm learning about whether or not a state lets the land buyers have mineral rights, whether or not they charge labor tax, you know, if you know whether or not, you know, vehicles need inspections or not, stuff like that would help. All right. Well, I hope you all have a good day. Sorry this is so long, but it's been a you know, long time coming. All right, all. Take care.